A guy was walking beside her, tall, thin, wearing a long black coat that clearly cost more than Tyke's entire kit, kidneys included. His face was perfectly even, smooth, as if cut straight out of an advertising reel. That kind of plastic only comes with people who've had their skull replaced at least once. She raised her hand. Pull closer. Tyke engaged the gear and rolled up slowly to the steps. The rain hammered the roof like it meant to punch through the armored glass. The rear door flew open. The woman practically shoved the guy inside. He collapsed onto the seat like a rag doll, legs useless, head lolling, blue lips, eyes shut. Fresh marks on his neck from neural shunts, blood still caught in the grooves. "Fast," she said, slamming the door and dropping beside him. Her voice trembled, but there was steel underneath. 18th Street, Alpha 9 sector, and crank the echo jammer to maximum. KiT was already moving, but Tyke caught the important part. Beneath the open coat, on the guy's chest, under the skin, ran a thin blue thread. It glowed like a vein of light embedded right under the ribs. You only saw that on one kind of people, those who had recently come back from Echo, and not all the way. "Is he alive?" Tyke asked, slipping into a side tunnel away from cameras. "For now," she replied, "but if a patrol spots us, not for long." The city above vanished completely. All that remained were black walls, old cables, the anxious glow of rare signal lamps. KiT ran under full suppression, only the echo filter hissed quietly inside. Tyke glanced at the rearview mirror. The guy was mumbling, a thin, almost childlike voice that didn't match his adult face. "Don't let go. They're still there. I can see them." Tyke frowned. His internal perception counter clicked. Something didn't add up. The woman lifted her head and caught his gaze in the mirror. "Watch the road and turn off the internal camera, now." He smirked and turned it off anyway. The image in the corner of the panel went dark. His habit of not asking extra questions was stronger than his survival instinct. "So, who is he to you?" Tyke asked, taking another dark passage. "Your brother?" Silence. "Your lover?" "No." "Then who?" A long pause. Only the rain on the roof and the low howl of the jammer beneath the floor. "He's my debt," she finally breathed. "My last one." That word cost more than a life in this city. Ahead, the lights of a checkpoint appeared. 2 patrol drones, spotlights, scanners, a gate, foreign eyes. "Shit," Tyke muttered. "Hold on." He jerked the wheel left into a narrow service tunnel marked civilian access strictly prohibited. KiT scraped its side against the wall. Sparks burst loose. Someone screamed inside the cabin. "Are you insane?" she shouted. "No," he said, slamming the boost. "I just don't feel like the mines today." The tunnel ended 40 seconds later. They burst out onto an old freight overpass once used to haul ore. Now there was only rust, wind, and emptiness. Tyke eased off the speed. Ahead, clear, for now. He caught himself still trying to see the cabin, even with the camera off, as if he could feel her pressing the guy to herself, stroking his hair, whispering something soundless. Then he heard it, barely audible, but clear. "Forgive me, Lyosha. Forgive me for not being in time." Tyke froze. The name hit like a shock. Lyosha. He knew that name. Not personally, from ads, from the news, from whispers. 2 years ago, the city was plastered with posters. "Bring your child's smile back." A bald boy with huge eyes, tubes everywhere, an impossibly white smile drawn by an advertising department. Diagnosis: brain cancer, terminal stage. The parents sold everything to pay for cryosleep and an experimental neural transplant. Then the posters disappeared. The parents vanished. The boy, too. People used a word they didn't like saying out loud. Echo children. "How old is he now?" Tyke rasped, unable to hold the silence. She raised her head. Even through the reflection, he felt something collapse inside her. 13, she said, on paper. As for what's inside, I don't know. KiT hummed softly at idle. Outside, the rain began to fade. Inside, the opposite. "Where exactly am I taking you?" Tyke asked. "Still Alpha 9, she said. "There's a doctor there, a real one, not system." He nodded. For the first time that shift, he chose a fast route instead of a safe one. To hell with charge levels, to hell with anti-gravware. Sometimes no questions is a question too, and the answer can cost more than any credits. If doctors see his shunts, they'll start asking things, questions you probably can't answer, right? She didn't answer immediately, just stared at him in the mirror. In that look was everything: exhaustion, guilt, fear, and rage wrapped into one thin shell. Then quietly, "I'll say he's my little brother, that he's been sick since birth, that we're from the gray zone, no documents but money, that I'll pay triple if no one calls social control." She stroked Lyosha's cheek. He twitched in his sleep, and for a moment his face looked completely childlike, trembling lips, brows drawn tight, like he was seeing a very bad dream. "And if they still call?" Tyke's voice hardened more than he expected. "Then I'll tell the truth." The voice shook but didn't break. "That I stole him from a lab on -23. That I worked there 3 years as a tech, watched them turn children into bridges, and that if they catch me, I'm done. But he is too, just slower and worse." Tyke gripped the wheel harder. His fingers went white. "You realize if we get stopped, I'm screwed too," he said quietly. "I'm no hero. I still want a life." "I know." She met his eyes. There were no tears left now, only steel. "That's why I'll pay you 10 times, right now, through 3 praxis, and the same again when we arrive. Just get us there."